From the streets of Paris to the heart of Berlin, a wave of pure fury is crashing across Europe. But listen, this isn't just another protest. We're talking about a continental crisis. So in this explainer, we're going to break down what's really going on, why it's all happening at once, and what it could mean for the rest of us. It might sound a little dramatic, but honestly, it's the reality on the ground. These protests are spreading like a chain reaction, just moving way faster than any government can seem to handle. You could say Europe is at its boiling point. And that is the real question, isn't it? I mean, it's one thing for a single country to have some unrest, but for so many to just erupt simultaneously, that suggests something much, much deeper is at play here. This is no coincidence. It's a symptom of a much bigger problem. What we're witnessing right now started out as these small, kind of isolated events. A little march here, a protest over there. But those small sparks have now ignited this massive blaze that stretches across some of the continent's most powerful nations. Just look at this list for a second. We're talking about the absolute pillars of modern Europe. France, Germany, Italy, Spain, the Netherlands. All of them are engulfed in these huge demonstrations. We're talking millions of people taking to the streets, and they're demanding answers. They are done being silent. It's so easy to just dismiss all this as simple anger, but that really misses the entire point. This is years, heck, decades of societal pressure. Economic, cultural, political, all of it just building and building right under the surface. And now? Well, now it's exploding. So, if it's not just some random outburst of anger, what are the specific things driving this? Well, the grievances might look a little different from one country to the next, but if you dig down, they all stem from the same four core pressures. Let's break them down one by one. Okay, first up, there's the pressure from immigration. All across the continent, public systems are just strained to their limit, and that's creating a lot of friction in some local communities. And this has led to these real cultural tensions and this feeling among a lot of people that their leaders are just flat out ignoring their concerns. Second, the cost of living crisis. And this is a pain that pretty much everyone feels. Rent has become almost impossible for so many. Energy bills are just soaring through the roof. And when people are struggling just to survive day to day, well, that creates the perfect fertile ground for all sorts of other social tensions to grow. The very foundation of European stability, the middle class, it feels like it's disappearing. And the third reason? A deep, profound collapse in political trust. People are looking at their shrinking bank accounts, they're seeing the friction in their communities, and they feel like their leaders aren't just ineffective, but that they're completely disconnected from their reality. There's this powerful sense of being abandoned. And finally, there's this raw tension around identity and culture. The face of old Europe is changing at a speed we've never seen before. And for some, this has created this really powerful and unsettling feeling, like they're becoming strangers in their own countries. So here's the crucial point. These four things aren't just happening in their own little bubbles. They're all connected. It's a feedback loop. See, economic anxiety makes cultural tensions worse, and when leaders fail to address either of those problems, political trust just collapses. Each problem feeds the others. So here's how it plays out. First, the economy starts to crack. Then people suddenly find they can't afford a basic life. And as resources get tighter, cultural tensions naturally start to rise. And the final step, the complete collapse of trust in leadership. At that point, society has hit its breaking point. 20 years. Just take a second and think about that number. That is an entire generation. What does a number like that even signify? It signifies that Europe has officially hit that breaking point. This isn't just another tough year. Experts are calling this the most significant, the most widespread civic unrest the continent has seen in 2 decades. From farmers blocking entire highways to cities shutting down, the whole system is just flashing red. But here's the thing, this isn't just a European story. A lot of experts are warning that what's happening over there is actually a preview, a major warning sign for the rest of the world. Do any of these pressures sound a little familiar? Rising prices, waves of immigration, deep political division, cultural fear, economic uncertainty. These aren't unique to Europe. They are the exact ingredients for unrest, and they exist in almost every developed nation on Earth. You can think of it like this. The entire world is a kind of pressure cooker. The same combination of forces is building up steam everywhere. Europe didn't have a unique set of problems, it just reached the boiling point first.
So what does all this really mean? It means this is so much more than just a protest movement. It's a clear, it's a powerful, and frankly, it's a desperate message being sent from the streets of an entire continent.
And in the end, this is the question we're all left with. The people are screaming that they are done being ignored. They feel the system is failing them, and they are out on the streets demanding change. The message is being sent, loud and clear. The only question is anyone in power actually listening?